All right. How's everybody doing this evening? Uh-oh. Let's see. Forgot to clean the lens. All right, so I'm sitting in the OG location, the OG live stream location, and it's just because I don't feel like having my feet dangle at the bar. Let's see. Let's see. We have Jeff the Northeast Beast LaFoe in the house. We have Cuff and Stuff Jimmy. We have Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue. We have Jeff from Dead Broke Barbecue. I guess the Jeffs have taken over. So, forget the Erics. It's the Jeffs nowadays. Um, so, yeah. Let's say James, all right. Northeast, this is the MJT Northwood Smoke. What's up, Ricer? Kent? All right, what's going on, fellas? Everybody's in the house. How's everybody doing this evening? And we have Jimmy from Wisconsin, was it? And then we got Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff. Chris from Bottle Cap Barbecue. How are you, sir? Yes. Ricer is drinking a Miller Light tonight. Hey, yo, how's everybody doing? All right, so newest Black Stoner. Yes, you saw that video, Kent. He actually did a good job. Hey, Chris, have you cooked on it yet, or have you just only recorded that video of you unboxing it? I know usually by the time my videos go live and I've done something, I've already gone ahead and cooked on it. Especially seeing as how Black Friday was, 2 weeks ago now? So, let's see. Oh, man, come on. Chris, what are you doing? You're killing me here. Have you even gone and gotten propane? Chris, have you even gone and gotten propane? Let's just start there. Terry, how you doing this evening? Kevin, how are you doing this evening? So I told you guys I'll be going away next week, and I'm in training right now. Stuff on this table. What the hell my kids have on the table? It was irking the hell out of me. Table's dirty. I gotta clean the table out by the time I finish. Anyway, let's see. Sean, how you doing this evening? Terry, I am fine, sir. I am fine. And just cheers for sure. Jay, how you doing? Victor says he's checking in. Big Reggie Reg, what's going on with you, man? Nanos says, hey, yo. Yes, Jay, I am going to be on vacation next week. So I'm in training right now. Feel free to join in. Texas Barbecue guys says, just in from class, let me grab a beer. Man, grab two so you don't have to make another trip. We're going to drink this one fast enough for you for the second one not to even get warm. Lou Calamatis. Almost had me sound like Kent there for a second. What's going on with you this evening, sir? I'm headed to Mexico. I'm going to be doing a little trip to Mexico. See? There we go. I've read Kent's comment, and it messed me up. Grumpus, how you doing this evening? What's going on? CJ's in the building? All right. Yeah, right. Tell him, be quiet. His employer is here. Can you guys hear my cat? She is playing with something on the floor. I'm about to toss something and scare her. That didn't work. Anyway. All right. CJ, what's going on with you? I'm drinking Bud Light Lime. Absolutely delicious and refreshing. I agree. Those are refreshing. That's citrus, man. Citrus and beer. I'm a fan. We got Eric from Baracho Barbecue. Here he comes in starting some mess. He said, need to trade that water in for a latte. No, man, let me be. All right, it's still beer. Let me be. Grumpus says, "Yo, CJ." So, you know what, Lou? Yeah, you're absolutely right. CJ says he's had his boys' basketball practice. Tell him I said cross somebody over, and then you got to get it on film. Chris, we don't want to know what they're going to be matching. Because knowing them, it's probably not going to be something that you can see is what they're going to be matching. Texas beer guy. I knew I liked you, man. He said, took my advice, grab two. Hurry up, finish the first one. You got some catching up. I'm getting ready to be on number two. And then when I come back, I'm going to come back with two beers myself. Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue is up stirring the pot. He says, Ricer knows about that citrus and beers. Uh-oh. Kent says, just got done cooking enchiladas for the church, 75 for 30 people. Sorry, I just put my finger in my eye, and I don't know what the hell was on my finger. Where's Russell to give me grief for yawning? And we're only 6 minutes in. Tyrone says, "Hey Dash, happy holiday!" Right back at you, sir. Yeah, really enjoying Ask Dash this month. Well, Grumpus, thank you very much. And you know what? It is befitting. It is befitting to let you know I have worked it out. Okay, and you guys who know, whenever I go away on vacation, I don't leave you guys in the lurch. Those of you who have been through, excuse me, or been here on my channel long enough and have seen me go on vacation, I set you guys up with content to watch ahead of schedule, ahead of time. And that was not what this series was intended for, but this is what this series ended up filling that void for me. Now, you guys know that Ask Dash series, I started it. I put up the first video on the 5th, on the 5th December. With that being said, I said I wanted to do 30 days of this. I kept saying 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, like I didn't know that December had 31 days, but I said I committed to 30 days. Well, luck would have it because, luck would have it because this month, well, the past couple of days, actually last night, I got called at 1:30 in the morning for work and was up until about 2:15. So my sleep was thrown completely off, and then I had to get up at 4:30 this morning to get up and go to work. So I am tired, and I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know, we might make it 2 hours tonight. If not, if I start falling asleep, then we might have to cut this short. Oh, and I'm already yawning. So I'm just going to apologize now. But I was starting to say, me filming the responses to you guys actually worked out. I filmed the last video today. I filmed the 30th response today. So I am so far ahead on the Ask Dash questions, or the Ask Dash responses rather, that I have content for the rest of the month. I have content for every day for the rest of the month. Some of the videos are 2 minutes long. Some of the videos are 10 minutes long. But the point I'm trying to make, next week when I'm on vacation, you will not get one Ask Dash video every day. You're going to get two. Not every day. You're going to get two on my normal days, on the Tuesdays and the Thursdays. And then I will film a video for next Wednesday to remind you, hey, I might not be doing a live stream. I do not know what my internet access situation is going to be. I don't know whether I'll be able to reply to your comments or not, guys. I kind of think, and some of you guys might be able to chime in and say that you agree. I'm on vacation. I might actually not worry about replying to the comments. So, yeah. All right. T Rock, how you doing this evening? Let's see. It's all good. Just gotta give me a hard time. Yes, 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 man. So far, so good. Um, nah, we're going to Cancun, Mexico. Ricardo, how you doing? I'm in Baltimore, Maryland, James. Oh, well, Jimmy, I guess. Hey, Kent, don't threaten me with a good time. Dude, stop it. See, look, even you mentioning it, it's at this point, it's like I got a hair trigger when it comes to yawns. All right. It's not sleep apnea, man. I actually got a phone call last night and had to wake up and be alert for almost 45 minutes while in the middle of the night, and my day started at the same time regardless of the fact that I had been up for 45 minutes in the middle of the night. Anyway, Dash doesn't need all this jug, not right now. Hypothermia here in the tundra. Goodness gracious. Jaeger makes you stagger. Yep. Stagger. I really appreciate the feedback you've given. Means the world. No problem, Chris. Like I said, man, I really I want you guys, and I feel like sometimes I'm nitpicking, but the thing is, if you make a video that's perfect, like spot on, then you when you make a video that's less than perfect, it I won't say it grates on you, but you notice. Kent, that was for you. Brother Bear says, enjoy. Don't worry about the minions. All right. Taking a vacation from everything and just enjoy the family. We'll be here when you get back. Well, thank you, Grumpus. Appreciate that. I wouldn't worry on vacation, man. We know you'll be checking it when you get back. That's for sure. Jimmy says he's checking in from Northwoods, Wisconsin. CJ says, love Cancun. Stay at the Hard Rock, or I guess he stayed at the Hard Rock down there. Yeah, John. John says I hate on call. I am permanently on call because I am the lead. But the good thing is, next week while I am out, the other young lady that I work with is she's getting the con. She's getting the phone, and I'm going to have the phones forwarded to her from like Friday at noon, all the way through next Monday at 6 a.m. So this dude, Linus, he's rolling out the Bora Bora. Man, you know what, Eric? You know, it's funny. My wife actually wanted to go to Bora Bora. Speaking of my wife, she just walked into the room. She's trying to do a video for her work, like a training seminar video. Is it working or is it not working?
I finished the first video, I think.
All right.
But then at the end, I didn't. I said, thank you for watching this video, and then I didn't have anything else to say. So you gotta figure out how to.
I can just I can just stop it and thank you for watching this video. That's fine.
Yeah, just stop it there because the and part just left it hanging, and it was like 5 more seconds of dead air.
Okay.
And then I stopped it, and then do I just start it again?
Yes.
Do the next one?
Yes. Just tell me the title of whatever the video is so that I can match them, please.
Part 2.
All right.
I came for my tea.
It's not over here. Can you? There's 2 beers in the freezer. Would you hand them to me, please?
What you want to do for me?
I get to be the one that has to stay up listening tonight and edit this video for you.
I was thinking about it.
2 and 3. Actually, I got work I have to do for my wife, so this might be it. Gosh, adulthood and responsibilities. Stop it, Kent. Don't say the Y word. James, you set some alarms, man. That's what happens. All right. Wisconsinites. Yep. Smoking goodness. How you doing this evening? Uh, Baby, everyone says hello. Brad says, "Do you think the pit barrel smokers are worth the money?" Um, as someone who owns a few and used a few ugly drum smokers, I'm not 100% sold on the pit barrel smokers, and that's just because I've made my own ugly drums. The ugly drums are bigger than the pit barrels. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. So, from a what you're going to spend for the pit barrel cooker versus what you can spend in the time, if you have the ability to make an ugly drum, I would say ugly drum. If you can't, then of course purchasing one, it might be worth that. Hot seat broke up my vacation. No, Kent, I don't remember whose hot seat broke up your vacation. Whose hot seat was that, Kent? No Rolling Rock here for me. I can't even remember the last time I had a Rolling Rock. Man, Rolling Rock. Whew. Good old Latrobe, Pennsylvania. I don't don't think of the Bel Air Barbecue Bash and Meritech competition, and they don't let you pull electric. Thinking of using and buying and using a barrel smoker for that cover over UDS for space. Understand? Well, if they don't allow you to, I mean, I don't know. I have a pretty inexpensive generator, and I mean, if you don't have the ability to use electricity and you want to use like a pellet smoker or a pellet grill, then I think getting a generator should be pretty high on your list, as opposed to trying to cook with a whole different cooker that you might not necessarily be used to. Then you'd have to do a whole lot of practice on it. There's just a lot of variables. But if you have a tried and true cooker that you use, that you know, and the only sticking point is the fact that they don't have electricity, then bring your own, man. I don't know. I don't I don't know. Lou's funny. Lou says, speaking of ugly drums, one of my students' parents works with 55-gallon steel drums. When I found this out, I was like, oh, you do you? Hmm. Hmm. Lou, I can see you now. All right, Rob Perez is just checking in. What's good, Dash and Mrs. Dash? So she's already back upstairs. So, but thank you, sir, for checking in and saying what's up. 916 Simone, you might be. This is not a guys only channel. You are more than welcome to hang out and learn something, but you gotta contribute. That's the only caveat. You have to contribute. Actually, I can look at my numbers because I have my computer right here in front of me, and I can tell you what the breakdown is. Let's say male to female, the demographics. So let's go analytics, audience, and male to female. So the last 28 days, let's do the last 90 days. Last 90 days. The male to female ratio is 90.4% male to 9.6% female. So 90-10, 90-10 split. Now let's see, 13 to 17, we have 0%. Again, this is over 90 days. 18 to 24, we have 9.1%. 25 to 34, we have 30.8%. 35 to 44, we have 29.9%. 45 to 54, we have 20.9%. 55 to 64, we have 7.3%. And 65 plus is 2%. So I'm a big numbers guy. So at the end of the year, I will actually talk about the numbers and the views and other things like that on the channel. Just kind of level set you guys, as well as it's a rolling diary for me to keep track of my stats every year rather. I thought a generator too. Apparently that isn't. That's against the town ordinance. What? I mean, I'm sure they probably have some sort of ordinance saying you can't have open fires there too, and you're gonna be cooking with charcoal. What? What? And that sounds like some bull. Thank you, James. Right back at you. Uh, well, that's what's up, Lou. I might have to hit you up. My source done dried up. Yes, we do pick on everyone equally, me included, especially. I pick on everybody. That's what was I see. I was in my barbecue. You were absolutely correct. You were in the barbecue trailer. That's right. You said you had just gotten in wherever you were and hadn't even gotten all settled. But you know what, Kent? I was worth it. I had one of the darn bestest hot seats ever. There was a bunch of firsts on that hot seat. So I'm not going to hold it against you that you had to come off vacation because I appreciate it. Lee from Smoking Bear says absolutely love a drum smoker. We got Jay from Jay's Rapping Barbecue. He says, "What's up?" Everybody's like, "What's up, Jay? Hey, man. What's up, Jay?" Robert Young's his first time viewer from Kentucky. Well, Robert, I appreciate you checking in. Number say again? Yeah, man, Chris. I definitely talk numbers, man. I'm a metrics guy, so I need the numbers don't lie. Let's put it that way. Kent says you're over 50% will go up at the end of the year. What over 50? Oh, over what over 50%? Thank you for your time and generosity. No problem, Jimmy. Brother Bear says they have a battery generators you can buy, but those are expensive in comparison to a small inverter generator. Yep. John lives out in Ocean City, and he says no open flames here within 60 feet of any multi-unit dwelling. I have found that out when I was out in Ocean City a few years ago. I asked about a grill, and they were like, "No, only types of grills you can have are like propane or electric, and it has to be so far away from the house." And I was like, "What? You can't use charcoal?" Ooh, Kent says I can get food grade drums with lids for $5. Dang, on man. How much would a how much for a whole crate? I mean, a pallet of drums. Bushibato, how you doing, everybody? He says, "Hey there." Rice a youth mission trip to Michigan and went to a Brewers game on the way home. All right. Oh, 50-year-olds. I guess you might be right, Kent. All right. So, like I said in the title, I'm on full on vacation mode. I don't have a topic tonight. I tell you what, those Ash Dash videos, they have been kicking my butt. I have a template set up and I have the intro set up, the first piece talking about, what I was trying to do for December. So just a little word of advice. If you're watching that video, you can skip ahead to like 45 seconds in, and then you'll get into the meat and the potatoes of my actual intro. And then once the intro ends, then the video actually starts. But the whole thing is, I figured there was probably going to be some new eyes watching each or some of those videos. So I wanted to explain what I was doing. So that's why that first piece is there prior to the intro, and then it actually gets into the meat and potatoes of the videos. But let's talk about those, since a few of you guys have brought those up. How are you liking those videos? Do you like those Ask Dash responses? Or do you want me to kind of go back to cooking and shutting up and teaching you something? Um, yeah. uh, oh man, Kent, that's ridiculous. Rob, thank you, sir. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. Definitely would appreciate it. It not only makes me feel better, it really does help the live stream and this channel. So if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. What's up, welders, man? How you doing this evening? How has that smoker? How's it coming along, sir? I'm eagerly waiting the completion of that smoker. But seriously, guys, I would like to get some. If you could give me some feedback on the ask dash, the questions, um, and the responses. How have you guys liked those videos? Are you liking the videos? Are you not liking the videos? Is it too much? Is it too little? Do you want, would you have wanted them to be longer? Yeah. Dutch says I could fit 24 drums in my trailer, and we're going back to Michigan again this July. Who wants to meet me for a drum? Man. Whew. You said you're gonna be in Michigan? Michigan is still far. All right, that's what's up. He says the smoker's coming right along. Um, Willie Green says, "Do you think pellet grills establish bark equal to a stick burner?" So I'm gonna say, Willie, it's gonna probably depend on your temperature that you're cooking. Now, one of the things that I'll be completely honest, I am not a fan of hard bark on like brisket or pork shoulder or brisket mainly. Now, the reason I'm not a fan of hard bark is I have sensitive teeth, and I don't like hard baked cookies. I akin hard bark on food to like a hard baked or a hard baked cookie, and that's just not my thing, man. So after I put some smoke on the meat, that's why I wrap everything up to soften that bark, and softening up the bark is good for me for what I need to do. Can you guys give me a moment? All right, guys, almost finished here.
You want me to unplug it?
Oh well, I meant take it out. Yeah, if you could put that back over there and put the battery. Wife is using the camera, so the battery that she was using had died. That didn't sound good.
It's a vibe.
Here,
I'm not ready for that again.
but you can still take it. So you don't have to come back downstairs for it.
I know, right there.
Okay. So Willie, that's my take on pellets versus stick burners and bark. I'm not a fan of bark, so people start talking about bark, you lost me at hello there. How did you start with samples to get out there? I gave them to my friends, man. I have a lot of friends. I know a lot of people, and I would give some to my friends. That was it. Righteous doesn't work for me. Favorite charcoal? Whatever's on sale. That is my honest answer. And funny enough, you asked that question. Ricer asked the last question. Jeff from Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue of Wisconsin. He was the one that got the 30th question, and he asked about charcoal. And I'm not going to ruin it for him and or you. You guys are going to have to wait until the end of the month to see that reply. Jay says that $5 a drum. I make it 6 smoker out of 3 of them. You're absolutely right. Richard from Catonsville. He's just up the street from me. How was everything for Thanksgiving, sir? Hopefully everything turned out okay. Richard was one of the persons that got deliveries from me on Thanksgiving. I'm not sensitive. I'm new, but I liked your videos on how you set up for catering. I'm trying to learn the catering business. Well, that's what's up, Simone. I appreciate that. Um, catering, it doesn't matter what you're cooking as far as, it's pretty much almost all the same. You just kind of have to be mindful of what you're doing and go from there. Crazy eyes. No, no, no. How did I get started? All right, so James, that is one of the questions that is in the FAQ, the frequently asked questions videos. I don't really, and all right, so James, I'll give you a pass. So typically on the live streams, we have a topic, and then that topic we talk about that topic for the first hour of the live stream. Tonight, because I'm in vacation mode, we're just drinking and shooting the breeze. So I'm going to answer this, but typically I wouldn't answer it. I would tell you to hold off to the second hour when we have or when we talk about any open questions that you have. So I got started doing barbecue just because I like doing barbecue. I was always the guy on the grill. I was always the guy, just cooking on the grill. It just came to me. I really wasn't the I watched my dad do it, or I watched this person do it, or I watched that person do it. Nah, it was kind of just like, hey, I wanted to cook something on the grill, and I started doing it. Then it just progressed. Once it progressed to the point where I had something, I went to Texas. I was in Austin. I had brisket for the first time, and it changed my life. I couldn't get brisket like that where I lived at the time in Baltimore, and I was like, all right, you know what? I gotta figure out how to get this stuff that they made because it was that good. And it took me 7 years to get it right. It took me 7 years to get my brisket right. But once I got my brisket right, everything else kind of fell in place. Again, brisket, that's a big old piece of meat. You're not going to eat a whole brisket by yourself. So I started giving some of the meat away to my friends, to my coworkers, and things like that. And after a while, there were a couple people that were like, this is good enough. I would pay you for this. And then that light bulb moment. And, they said the rest is history. Huh. Rachel says the best for last or worse. Now, that was a good question. Pickles. We got Charlie in the house. He says, hey yo, but it's A, like A-Y, like A. All right, so it's hey yo. A-Y-E-Y-O is how I always say it and spell it. All right, hey yo. All right, two separate words, but there are plenty of people that run it all together. You be like, hey yo. So it's like two different, pronunciations or whatever, or excuse me, two different syllables. But anyway, Simone, I catered for about 20 years. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out and ask. Yeah, just, don't ask and what, yeah, I don't know. Have you ever used Royal Oak? What did you think of it? Maybe a dumb question, but did you like lump charcoal or briquettes? Bad spelling. Sorry, I'm a welder. Now, what's up, welders? I actually do not mind Royal Oak when and or if I get into a jam and I need some lump charcoal. I know where I can get a reliable source of Royal Oak, and I will get that. I mean, talking about Kent, this is what I get. This is like instant karma because he's the one that got me yawning a few minutes ago. So I'm gonna leave Kent alone. Just gonna ignore Kent. But anyway, um, when I do need lump charcoal, like I said, I will, if at all possible, or if I have to, I will go out and get Royal Oak. But I don't have a specific lump brand charcoal preference. I really, really do get whatever it is on sale. I won't say they all cook the same, but for what I'm doing, there's not that big of a difference. Now, between lump and briquettes, lump charcoal burns much hotter and it burns much faster. In briquettes, like Kingsford briquette, there are fillers in that briquette, and that slows the temperature down of the briquette. And because it's slowing down the temperature of the briquette, it is also slowing down your cook. So you have to be careful. And there are people who either really like lump charcoal or don't. I won't say there's no in between, but also keep in mind that you can mix lump with briquettes and kind of get the best of both worlds. I do that. You see me do that a lot of times when I'm using Vicky the vertical smoker. I will do both. Farmer 7 says, "What's good, Big Smoke Man?" Nothing much, man. I'm chilling. Alright, pickles. Paul says, "Yo, what's good?" Paul is another one who I was talking about in the, and I don't say. See, now a lot of the videos have kind of run together, and I don't remember which ones were what, but I know I talked about some of the Thanksgiving deliveries. I think it was in the actual "Hey, I messed up" video where I talked about Paul, but Paul was another subscriber who actually ordered food because he lives close. So let me try to catch up here on the comments. Kent says briquettes in the kettle. I don't agree with briquettes in the kettle. I just think you kind of have to limit the amount of charcoal you use if you're going to use lump. Jay says, "Does anybody edit with iMovie?" Yeah, no, there's the thing. I think Ricer hit it on the head. Kenton's afraid of sparks in the garage. Kenton cooked a lot in his garage. That yawning is contagious, and I apologize, but see what happens? We gotta stop talking about it. Just don't acknowledge it. Ooh, wow. Kent, he's coming for your throat, Jeff. He said, "Not at all, Ricer. Unlike you, I have a concrete floor, not dirt." Wow. How much sleep a night do I get? Usually average about 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Ricardo says B&B is the best out there. If you say so, I still have yet to try it. Charlie says Cowboy is fine, and so is Royal Oak. I agree, Charlie. I like Cowboy lump charcoal, Frontier lump charcoal, the Western lump charcoal, and also Royal Oak. I see people who have issues with it. You know, you might get some popping, and okay. That, look, to me, that's all part of using lump charcoal. So I don't have a problem with it. I don't know what the deal is. I told that thing to not alert me about that. But anyway, Chris, how you doing this evening? We got Chris Van Nata. So, Ricer, just trying to figure out this new phone so I can start filming videos again. Shoot, I'm catching up to do. Bert's Dessert, how you doing this evening, Mr. Bert? Love baby lump, less ash. Well, a lump charcoal by default will give you less ash, Kent. Over less charcoal than briquettes. Uncle Rick, what's up? Hey, Joaquin, how you doing this evening, sir? Appreciate you. Um, appreciate you checking out, or excuse me, checking in, saying what's up. Simone says, "Do all you guys do barbecue?" I mean, most everyone cooks barbecue. It's just some people cook more than others. Bushy Bottle says, "I look forward to using B&B someday." Yeah, me too. When I can afford, it's one of those things where it's like, maybe one day, if Santa is nice and brings me a bag of lump B&B charcoal, I don't know. It might be cool to use it. I don't know though. If you haven't already, please do me a solid and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thumbs up button. And not only does it make me feel better, it really does help my channel and help out these videos. Barbecue Grill, Masters, Empire, Rome is in the house. He says, "What up, Dash?" He said, "Damn, I'm late." No problem, man. You know, as long as you pop in and say what's up and you hit that thumbs up button for me, I don't care what time you get here. Raisha says, "I use lump for steaks on the kettle." Yes, indeed. I use lump briquettes, wood logs, chunks, chips. Ricardo says I use it all. What did you like versus other brands aside from Ash Kent? Or I guess what did you think versus other? I don't know what Charlie was trying to say. Lou says lump all day. Lump also, or excuse me, lump. Lou also has a Kamado grill. So with the Kamados, they don't recommend you use briquettes. So yeah. Yeah, drum charcoal basket from the top of the bottom. Lee, I like my drum charcoal basket from the top because the whole thing is I put my charcoal in unlit and then I put a charcoal chimney or so of lit charcoal on top of it. So I don't like how would you light your charcoal from the bottom? Like then you're gonna have to be reaching in with the hot charcoal. No, 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 I'm not doing that. Like you have to light the charcoal from the bottom and then put the hot charcoal. Like I don't even know how you would do that. Put the lit charcoals into the bottom of the pit, and then are you pouring the charcoal into the basket at that point, or are you getting the charcoal lit, pouring the charcoal like unlit charcoal on top of it, then lifting the whole thing up and putting the basket at the bottom of the drum? I don't know about that one. Do you have an access door on your drum? I don't have that, so I have to reach in from the top and put my charcoal in from the top. Simone says, "Can you guys recommend a good female-friendly starter barbecue? You want a grill? You mean? Are you trying to use a grill? You trying to use a smoker? Unfortunately, with people who speak barbecue, you have to be just a little more specific." Yes. All right, that's fine. Sir Flipperlot says, "What up, Dash?" Rachel says, "I like Rockwood, but I call myself Dead Brook for a reason." Shoot. How do you feel about flavored lump charcoal and briquettes? Um, Flavored lump? I didn't know that was such a thing, or there was such a thing. Oh. Taste tester number 3. Anything to not have to go to bed. Now go to bed. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say pickles. Agree there with Weber kettle. And actually, here's the thing: you might not be. You could go the route that Jay went, and he got himself a Cheddar. He has a cheap Weber, all right, and he loves that thing, and he cooks some good stuff on that Cheddar. So even if you can't afford a Weber, like you can't afford a brand new Weber, there are some other alternatives out there. I understand why folks love Webers, but I also do not understand why they are as expensive as they are. But a Weber, a solid Weber, will get you very, very far in barbecue. Um, that's not what it says. I don't use any sort of flavored briquettes. If I'm using briquettes, I'm using the tried and true Kingsford blue bag, just the regular old blue bag. I use lump charcoal to start the fire once hot. I use wood for the cook. Well, smoking goodness, it depends. I've done that before too. Um, to me or for me, it's just as easy to start the fire and get the wood going. So yeah. William says, "Hey yo, what up, barbecuers?" Ricer says, "I guess you have to make a bro and sear." Like, can't, dude. I said I was gonna make a video showing that process of me turning the the baskets from Weber into a Brown sear, and I haven't done it. Simone says, "Thanks, guys. I tried a barbecue a few times, I guess." but I always have a hard time getting the charcoal to light. What am I doing wrong? You probably are not giving it enough time to get lit. Charcoal is finicky. You have to be patient with it. And if a charcoal chimney is a I like 2 lighter cubes in the ash pan, then set the basket on top. Oh, okay, okay. Well, then that makes sense, but I won't say but. I don't know. Ash pan. I don't have an ash pan, so but I guess your ash pan is underneath of your charcoal basket or at the bottom of your charcoal basket. All right, Ricer also suggests lighting cubes. He says, Simone, get the Weber lighter cubes. What it is paraffin wax, and they just burn. Brother Bear says, get a propane torch. I am a fan of a propane torch. You actually, the torch you're looking for is a weed burner. Um, I don't know how familiar with Harbor Freight you are, but Harbor Freight sells a weed burner. It's a torch. Um, it connects to I think it's a 20 pound tank of propane, and you can use it to get your fire started. And if that's a little bit too much for you, you can purchase. Burnzomatic has a torch that is another weed burner that connects to um, a 1 pound bottle of propane. So, and I use those. You guys have seen me use those to get like Sammy started, to get the bigger Sammy the bigger and egg started, to get Charlotte started. When I'm using the slow and sear, when I'm using the vortex, the charcoal vortex, you see me use that. Pickles, this flavored briquettes are useless. Man, what's up? Well, this is not just you and your kids. No, no, no. You get flavored briquettes. Tom's Food Factory. How you doing this evening? Got a cheddar for $5 some years ago. He says William says he got a cheddar for $5 some years ago. He said it's the best grill ever. Hmm. Rome says I just purchased an original PK grill. Can't wait to use it. Woo woo. Goodness. Can you afford to buy charcoal after purchasing a PK? Man. Uh, all right. So James says his wife just bought lump charcoal with hickory. Um, okay. I just so the whole thing is majority of the time knows the lump charcoal is already a hardwood, and a lot of it is oak or other hardwoods that are really prevalent depending on where the bag was or where the manufacturer is. I don't go out of my way, excuse me, to get hickory or mesquite or other special woods. I just kind of get what my arborist gives me, and when it comes to like the royal oak, I think it's called royal oak because it's oak. um, Other than that, I don't like I said, I don't go out of my way to find different flavors or things like that. King's video on indirect pork chops. I'm freaked out about temps, so I don't kill people. But if you check temps a lot, does it hurt you on making it dry? No, I don't think so. And the whole thing is, what you can do is what you can do is if you get a wireless thermometer, you can insert the probe into the pork chop, and as opposed to keep probing it and like putting a hole in it and then those juices being able to run out, if you put the hole in and plug it like a tire, you're not going to be losing air, so you're not going to be losing moisture. All right. So though I use thermometers, I use wireless thermometers that I can plug into the meat, and it can tell me when it's done, and then I can double check with an instant read thermometer. Pickle says, I got a bro in here and a Portex. I have a Portex too. I didn't spend money for whatever that real Vortex was. I think I spent $20, $25 for my Vortex, and it works just fine. Lee said, "Heck yeah, bro, and here rocks." Look, my Vortex came off of Amazon, and it is a Vortex alternative. Pickle says Harbor Freight sucks and rocks at the same time. It's one of those things, man. You know what you're going in there for. You know what you're in for. And I mean, come on now. There's certain things that Harbor Freight does well, and certain things that they don't. Mm. Yes, what's up, welders? They can be a bit pink. It is fine. You you can eat rare pork. I mean, it's just like a steak. It's just most people don't eat rare pork, but it is not unheard of. Rougeroo Barbecue says, "Good evening, y'all. Harbor Freight is like Walmart. It's a coin toss on the quality of what you're buying. It depends on what you're getting. It really does. What's up, welders? Look at the finger and palm thumb trick. You can kind of tell when the meats are done by the way it feels. Never tempt anything I cook. That's because Jay doesn't have a thermometer yet. Once he gets a thermometer, it is a game changer, Jay. Don't wait. Cheers, Dash. You have an amazing skill. I hope you can bring some of your knowledge to the great north." I don't know about that, man. I'm not a fan of going above the wall, man, or going up to the wall. Look, I have enough cold and snow where we are. Right, support job, switch lines. I pull 137 and let the rest 20 minutes, and then carry over to 145 to 150. It depends, Dutch, on how warm you're cooking it. If you're cooking it at a lower temperature, then it won't carry on at that much temperature. If you're cooking it hotter and faster, then yes. But you have to be careful to include everything in that piece. Are you cooking it hot and fast, or are you cooking it low and slow? If you're cooking it low and slow, it won't cover, it won't carry over to that high of a temperature. Russia says in Germany we would eat raw pork sausage before we made brats. Well, congratulations, you survived. But then again, I think that the pork is different over there in that they don't have the same diseases that the pigs do over here. Not that that is not a wives' tale. Just stating that it could be a little bit different as far as some of the bacteria and I won't say toxins, but the bacteria that the pigs may carry. Uh, yeah, Rome, you gotta steal it, that's for sure. Huh. Well, or at least I hope you got to steal. Let's put it that way. Terry says, "I love to have a PK, man. Sure would I. Shoot, you know what I could do with me a PK grill? Not like it would make me do any better in that SCA event." My mom used to give me a raw ground meat with salt, pepper, and onions every time she cooked up a rice in. All right. Or cooked it up rice. Sorry, I missed the word there. Every time my sister would cook it, was wrong. I say you're good, right? Jay, Jay. Oh boy. Jay make a Vortex pickle says, "I'm gonna buy a dog metal bowl and cut a hole here." Look, as Ricer, he uses a cat dish to get his charcoal chimney started. I just looked at a comment from Cat. That was what it was. Zack Attack, how you doing this evening? Yes, that Vortex heat. So Paul says, "I got my Vortex on Amazon too. The Vortex heat is serious. It is like it takes and heats up from the center, and then it hits the lid, the dome, and then for a Weber, this is and it the convection brings it down and around. Wow, you have most Webers these days have the handle right on top. That handle is like the floor is lava. That's how that handle is. The handle is lava. It is hot. That is for sure. William says, "I'll have to pass on the pork tartare." No. Let's tell you, put the hot coals in the middle. You do wishes. J. uh, you pay $200. That is a heck of a deal. I give you 250. Shoot. He says, "What's the haps? Running low nines. Running low 9SS. So what's the haps?" Hey, nothing much, man. We're just chilling this evening. Dave Murphy, man. Hello, sir. I haven't seen you around in a while. Really enjoy that you are really glad that you could join us. I know you're out on the West Coast. I'm pretty sure you're out on the West Coast. So I know the time difference is it can be a little daunting. But thank you. Yep, my morning this morning was interrupted and then it started early. Good memory dash. Right, sir, man. My memory every now and again is good. Dash, did you get to try the charcoal pellets yet? Yes, Zach, I have. And to be completely honest, I don't have anything earth shattering to report. I did cook some burgers and hot dogs on it. I did not film a video. It was one of those things where I had to cook dinner in a certain period of time, and I had to get it done. But I did want to. I was itching to use those charcoal pellets, and I don't have a pro or a con. There's nothing good or bad about those charcoal pellets. It they work. They the grill gets fired up. I cook, and that's about it. Russell, I know you about to give me grief about the yawning. It's been a long day. Just press the like button. Well, I appreciate that, Rome. Appreciate that. Drink Dank Punk. Good tune. All right, check it out. All right, Big Rome. Thanks for the reminder. I just hit the like button as well. Definitely those thumbs up. It really does help. Eddie Wright says, "Yo, what's up, Dash?" Hmm. Grumpus is back in the fray. What'd you have to do? What were you doing? That was so important. You left the live stream. Oh shoot, Russell, man. I was saying I'm I don't say I'm on call. This whatever. I got a phone call from work before work. The dinner bell. All right, Grumpus, I understand. Just go eat your dinner while it's still hot. I got a call this morning at 1:25 a.m. and was on the phone and up until uh, excuse me, after 2. And goodness, it was a struggle this morning to get up out of bed at my normal 4:30 in the morning. So I'm a little beat. Uh young young boss says, "What's good? Great value, Suge Knight." Nothing much, man. That just, got me laughing. That's what's up. Pickles says new Blackstone seems weird. Not sure about the air fryer. It depends on which Blackstone you're talking about. If we're talking about the Blackstone that Chris got from Bottle Cap Barbecue, I wouldn't mind that one. That one has a lid. That to me is dope. That to me is a game changer because I worry excuse me, I worry and I need to make sure that my grills are covered so that, or because of the fact that they are open. So I'm willing to bet And Pickles, I'm interested enough to give it a shot, or at least go, a demo. Sure enough. Huh. Jay says, I'm looking for a cheap vertical smoker or Weber Smoky Mountain to 18-inch so I can use it for parts for my cheddar. Um, if you're thinking about doing something kind of like, I think Joe did it. And where's Joe live? But Joe's from Joe Smokehouse, and I'm sorry guys, I'm fading Joe Smokehouse, but he's up north. He has I think it's a Weber Smoky Mountain. So Jay, you might want to look for Weber Smoky Mountains, the 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain, to try and fill that void, because you can take the inner tube or the inner tunnel tube of the Weber Smoky Mountain. You can probably use it directly on your grill bottom and use your dome top, and then you have a smoker at 18 inches. So if any of you guys or gals use Focal Premium Lump Charcoal, how does it burn? Is it worth the premium price? So, running low nines, I've never used it personally, but I have seen people use it, and I didn't see any sort of real difference. But to each his own. Maybe some people really like that. I don't know what if it was the flavor or something along those lines. Huh. Chris from Bottle Cap Barbecue says, check out the videos. If you go out to his YouTube channel and you click on the subscribe button, then you'll be notified whenever he puts out another video. Uh, Especially now that he has that Blackstone. He's got a new toy. He'll be cooking on it at least once a week, hopefully. Get with Kent. He'll tell you some recipes. New one had a lid and a built-in air fryer. Well, Eddie, are there two different machines? Because I know someone just who was in the chat that has or bought new um a, a new blender. Rougeru, I'm sorry, but let's see. I do like the lid. It looks nice. Pickle says, I agree. Fogo, where's Dogfather at? He must either be working or resting because he worked earlier today. Alan, I did not. I actually meant to go back out and get some energy drinks or something like that. I did not do it. So, unfortunately, like I said, I'm in vacation mode and I am tired. I was up late last night, and then I got a phone call from work, so that just threw my whole sleep schedule off. And I think I'm going to have to end this a little early so I don't fall asleep on you guys. Russell says, how many flies have you caught in a single yawn? I don't know. Hold on, Russell. Here we go. Let's see. How was that one, Russell? You start talking about it. A stick of smelling salts. Man, shoot. I don't have a concussion. I'm just tired, right? Rubber Smoky Mountain 18-inch for sale. I'm in Chicago. Well, unfortunately, running low nines. Jay is out in California. And he hopefully can find a better deal on making sure it gets shipped out there. Unfortunately, I really like the fact that you guys are making connections and starting to link up and hook up with each other and hang out and do other things. I think that's dope, man. We built this community, and those of you guys who are here week in, week out, I mean, it is cool to link up with somebody that you know and meet them in real life. IRL. Air fryer recipes with Booger. Booger, how you doing this evening? She says hello, hello. Simone, you are not alone. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Yep. And, Jeff from Northeast Beast LaFoe says, "Okay, friends, I'm back. I pick up used grills on Facebook Marketplace." Charlie says, "You're absolutely correct. Whole thing is, people have gone through the summer and they're like, well, you had one more year to use that grill. You didn't use that grill. I'm getting rid of it." You guys know who that sounds like, right? So, but Pickles makes a very good point. You know, again, I'm going to emphasize this. He says, it is the season to pick up used grills on Facebook Marketplace. I agree. You can get used stuff, grills, appliances in the kitchen as well for dirt cheap. I am tired, Booker. Then it was a long day and a rough night. Yeah, it's a cookbook. You can do anything in the fryer. Yep. Never been on vacation, Jeff. What you mean you never been on vacation? You gotta go away every now and again. Crumpet says only 57 degrees today. I think our high was in like 55 degrees. And we had flurries this morning, which were crazy. The flurries and the little bit of snow only stuck to the vehicles and the grass. So where I am, I had more snow than where I work, which is closer to DC. And yeah, it's funny. Trying to catch up to the comments. I'm not that far off. Could be too. Some air fryer substitute. Jermaine, I ended up cooking 14 turkeys this year. I needed 15, but hopefully by now you saw that video where I messed up the order. I had 15 total turkeys ordered and only 14 of them cooked. It was not a good day. What do you do? Um, I work in IT. Work with computers. Smoking goodness says good night, everyone. Jeff says it's -2. Oh man, that just makes me tired just thinking about it. And here comes Mrs. Dash. You're sleepy too. You gonna say hi to everybody? She sat in my lap and is not even gonna say hi. There were a lot of people who commented on the video this week. I put up the video of you with the sour candy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a while since I filmed that one, but it was one of those where I had other things to post first, and I was like, wait a minute, I have a video that I haven't put out. So definitely, yeah. But you got a lot of positive feedback.
Oh, nice. Thank you, guys.
More or less saying whether here. All right. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Pop in and say hello. Well, thank you very much, Booger. Appreciate you popping in and saying what's up. If you haven't already, can you please hit that thumbs up on the way out? I am going to end the stream. I'm going to go to sleep.
How? My videos.
I'm going to get up early in the morning. It's easy for me to get up early in the morning.
And my gas tank.
Yeah, that too. Somebody want to come fill up my wife's van with gasoline? Paul, Mr. Richard, come on down. Come on through. All right. Juggle 3 buckets of water. I can't juggle anything. The only thing I can juggle is time. That's about it. Yeah, the toxic waste video. Sonny G, what's going on, man? 30 turkeys on my Shirley at once. Jeez, Jermaine, that's nuts. Booker says, leave a thumbs up before you leave, hosers. That means you too, Goopy Toots. I don't know who Goopy Toots is.
I'm not trying to do the video. You tell me later.
Alright. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, look, guys. I later taters like that one. Jeff says he done did the thumb thingy. Alright, appreciate it. Later, bro, go get some sleep. Yes, indeed. Alright, guys. Thank you. I know, man. I drank coffee today. I didn't drink as much coffee as I normally drink, but it's been a rough couple days. Let's put it that way. Anyway, I'm looking forward to my vacation, and we will work this out. So next week, again, I'm not sure whether or not I will be able to do a live stream. If not, I'll see you in 2 weeks. If I can figure out how to do a live stream from where we are going to be, then I'll see y'all next week. Other than that, like I said, I have you guys covered with videos for next week. If you don't see me replying to comments, you guys know why. All right. So thank you guys so very much as always for watching, and I'll see you next time. Deuces. Thank you very much.